Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, comrades, and connections, social media friends. This is James Hassan speaking from Hyderabad, India. Yesterday I was traveling by an auto from Uppal to Cherapalli. The auto driver asked me a question: when will the war end? So it means that the impact of war is seen by common people like auto drivers. They are facing heat in terms of filling fuel for the auto, in terms of gas availability, the huge queue lines, all these things can be seen. Asian queue of cars being lined up for the shortage of gas before a petrol bunk. Thank you. Now I will be reading about Iran war and Middle East at war, a mid-dialogue update. But this week, negotiations are escalation. The quest for a way out of the war. On Iran, the Met this week newsletter provides informed insights on the most significant developments in the MENA region, bringing together unique opinions and reliable foresight on features. Today we shed light on the current phase of the war between the United States, Israel, and Iran, examining its growing impact on energy infrastructure across the region. Entering this fourth week, the war involving the US, Israel, and Iran is shifting into a new and deeply uncertain phase, which is tentative diplomatic initiatives coexist with the clear signals of escalation between unmet ultimatums and contested claims of ongoing negotiations. The only proposal put forward a 15-point US plan conveyed via Pakistan mediation has reportedly been dismissed by Tehran as a maximum risk and unreasonable, casting further doubt on prospects for a near-term resolution to the conflict. Indeed, despite Trump's rhetoric of partnership, diplomatic openings, development on the ground suggest the opposite. The US is sending about 2,000 soldiers to the Middle East, making the largest military deployment since the Iraq War, while Israel intensified its airstrikes amid rising concerns that diplomatic pressure may soon curb the Iran fleet. This phase of heightened tension reflects a broader shift in the conflict, with the energy infrastructure emerging as its primary battleground. According to the International Energy Agency, so far more than 40 energy sets across the 9 countries have been damaged for shutdown, exacerbating an already even severe supply chains crisis and sending shockwaves through global markets. From the Israel strike in Iran's south uh, Pars gas field, the world's largest, to the Iranian retaliation and key facilities in the Gulf. Attacks have targeted the core of regional energy production and processing. According to the most consequential cases, is Qatar's Ras Laffan industrial city, where strikes reportedly disabled infrastructure and to flee. 70% of the energy exports repairs could take years, while the far-reaching implications for energy supplies to Europe and Asia. These developments show that Iran's leverage looked far beyond mere control of the Strait of Hormuz to its capacity to inflict lasting damage on critical energy assets in the region, effectively raising the cost of the war for its vulnerability. Meanwhile, despite raising some sanctions on Iranian oil to contain rising energy prices and signaling openness to diplomacy, President Trump continues to warn the US could hit harder than before. If negotiations fail, caught between Washington's contradictory messaging and transience in the conflict continues with the consequences, both immediate and long term. Growing is increasingly severe. Experts from the SPI network discuss the strategic collaboration of the US, Israel, and Iran in the current phase of the conflict, with the focus on its mounting impact on regional energy infrastructure. The infrastructure is the core of the Middle of East War. Attacks on major and oil gas facilities across the region as of 26 March. Use foreign agent. So the update goes on. This is email update. I will get Med dialogue update. I'll be sharing as usual. I'll be sharing the text as well as the video in the social media. Thank you so much.